3, 2, 1.
It's the Puff and Steph podcast.
The Puff and Steph podcast, hanging out with you on this Wednesday. Steph's still on vacation. We're giving her some time to decompress. And here comes Olivia, back live from the camper.
Yeah.
What's up? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. One thing I wanted to do yesterday, and I totally forgot, totally slipped my mind, is I was wondering if it's okay if you gave us like a quick little tour of how you're living when you're on the road performing your music.
Yes.
Is it okay?
Absolutely.
Can we get a little tour?
Oh yeah. Okay. Let me unplug my phone.
Okay.
All right. So.
Where are you right now?
Okay. I'm in Nashville.
No, I mean in your camper.
Oh.
What room?
I am sitting on the bed. I wonder how I can I don't know if I can flip my camera.
It's all right. You can just show us from the front camera. Okay, so is that a little TV hung up? Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Do you guys have like smart TV like his Netflix and stuff?
No, but we can stream. We have Chromecast.
Okay.
Hooked up to it.
Okay.
Yeah. So then you have the little bed, but it can be like a big table if you want it to be.
Okay.
And then we have the kitchen.
Oh, very nice. For those of you who don't follow Olivia on YouTube, she actually does videos about her camper. Her and her very lovely husband do videos. He's a nutcase, by the way, in those videos. I just watched a new one. You talked about cooking.
Did you?
I did watch it, yes.
He's such a goober.
So that's your kitchen. It's very small.
Yes. So you have the 2-burner stove, but then you have like a decent sized fridge and microwave and little pantry.
Okay.
Then on this side, we have a table.
Oh, very nice. Now, does it get any bigger, or is that just the table?
So that goes down to a bed if you want it to.
The table goes down to a bed?
Yeah, so you can technically sleep 3, but then like you don't have any table space. But like we put this down. Tank sleeps on here because he moves too much at night. And
Okay.
He wakes me up.
Okay.
So
all right.
he sleeps on here. So we put that in bed. And then this side, we have the little bathroom. Wait, this way.
Okay.
A little wet bath.
Oh, wait. So that room is a shower too?
Yeah, it's all in one. You can go to the bathroom, shower, brush your teeth all at the same time. If you really
Okay, the
wanted
next
to.
question. Have you?
No.
Oh, okay.
Kaden might have though.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So that's your whole. That's a very little tiny trailer.
Yeah, it's 17 foot. So, like, this is it. When you have the bed up, it feels pretty big, but it's a lot to put up and down. 'Cause
Sure.
We have like a pad on it and stuff.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate the tour of your home.
Yeah.
It's very
Welcome to my home.
very
It's like
nice.
cribs.
Yeah. Like baby cribs.
Yeah, baby cribs.
Now, the question, you've been, kind of living in this home almost the entire quarantine, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Now,
We
after
probably started living in it in like April.
after doing that for a few months now, do you think you'd ever get on like the tiny home craze? Is that something that you would like be down for?
I have wanted to do that forever.
Really?
Yes. I have been obsessed with tiny homes. I literally was going to buy one instead of renting a place. I was just going to buy one and find a little piece of land, but then it just didn't work out. But that was literally what my plan was. I wanted to do it.
I think, don't you worry about getting sick of being around Caden so much? And it's not him. Like, don't get me wrong. Like,
Right.
it has
No.
nothing to do with him. He's awesome. He's a great guy. But just being with someone that much. Like, I have a 3-story house. My wife and I could go a day without seeing each other, and we're both in the house. And we're both okay with that.
Yeah.
Like, if you have a
know what?
tiny home, you're just like, all the time,
Yeah.
just right on top of each other.
You have to, like, even moving around in here, like, when we're all in here at the same time, especially with Tank because he's a bigger dog, like, you have to kind of adapt. So if there's something that you need in the closet and, like, Caden's sitting at that table and I'm, sitting on the bed, like, it's just he just goes and grabs it. Like
Right.
you have to really communicate better,
Right.
because if you're both trying to go back and forth, and especially in the morning time when you're moving around a lot, it just helps if you're just kind of helping each other out.
Sure.
Which we like at first it was a lot. Like the first trip we ever took with it, we're like, okay, this is going to be challenging. But once we got in the groove of it, it was fine.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll watch those shows, those tiny home shows, and be amazed at what they can do and how they can find storage and things like that. But I never in a million years want to live in one. Ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
I just think it's so like, I like simplicity. Like if there's a whole lot going on, I get overwhelmed. So that's why I think it's just perfect. It's just like small, it's easy to clean.
Right.
It's, you have to stay organized. You're forced to stay organized, which is good for me.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
it's
that'd be
definitely
good for
a
me
different
too,
way of
but
life.
doesn't mean I want to
Yeah.
do it. So I don't know if you know this, but Wednesdays we do this thing called Would You Rather Wednesdays, and we ask a Would You Rather question.
Okay.
Steph never knows it ahead of time, and if she picks one, I don't know it. So you don't know this one. I'm interested to see when this is kind of ties into the whole camping life and everything. Would you rather spend 1 week in the wilderness, not in your trailer? You don't get your camper, okay?
Okay.
Or 1 night in a real haunted house.
Okay, so how long in the wilderness?
1 week. Got to build a shelter. Got to find your food. Or
1 week. How long can you survive without food?
you know what? Don't worry about that. I'll give you a backpack full of granola bars. So there you go. You have food. Don't worry about food.
If the ghosts are nice, then I'm cool with living in a haunted house for a night. But if they're mean and they're gonna like be possessive or whatever it's called, or do some like crazy stuff that you see on the paranormal, I'm not into that.
Okay.
So I'd probably do a week in the wilderness.
A week in the wilderness. I hate the wilderness. I hate outside. Central air is my friend. I will do haunted house, no problem, because I don't believe ghosts exist. So
You don't?
No.
You don't think what ghosts
No, there's no proof of that garbage.
like at all? Like not even
No.
just like a little bit like
No.
sometimes.
No.
Have you ever gone to Gettysburg?
Yeah,
You need to go on a ghost tour.
I did when I was in 8th grade. We did that as
Really?
part of our. We did the 8th grade trip to Washington, and then on the way back we stopped at Gettysburg for 2 nights, I think, and we did a ghost walk. It was all right. Whatever.
Then you should stay in the haunted house for sure, and then
Yeah.
you'll believe in ghosts.
No, I won't. I won't. Here's the problem: is I'm so stubborn. I'm so stubborn that I'll like come up with an excuse for everything. Like if I hear a noise, I'll be like, "Oh, it's an old house. It just makes noises. Houses make."
Unless they go,
I know. Puff. I'll be like, "That's a weird house noise. It's got to be a house noise though." Because my thing is, if you don't think they exist, they won't bother you.
or they'll try to prove you wrong.
Is that what it is?
They'll be like, I am going to.
I'm gonna
ignore
haunt the crap out of this guy
them." Yes, exactly.
just to prove him what's up.
Yep.
Coming up in just a couple of minutes. So yesterday we talked about evil hand sanitizer from Mexico. Well, another foreign power is trying to get us another way. This is getting ridiculous.
It's the Puff and Steph Podcast.
During this time, many are out of work and struggling just to get by. It's good to know that your friends at Capital City Buy and Sell in Harrisburg have your back. If you're in need of extra help during the pandemic, you can pawn or sell unwanted or unneeded items that you may have laying around your house, including jewelry, electronics, tools, musical instruments, and a whole lot more. Capital City Buy and Sell is open 7 days a week, and they're always paying cash. Plus, they have low pawn interest and terms if you aren't quite ready to say goodbye to your item just yet. Capital City Buy and Sell, 3517 Walnut Street, Harrisburg. Online at harrisburgpapawn.com. Great news, everyone! American Shaman of PA's doors are back open for normal operations, and they're ready to bring you the much-needed relief that you've been waiting for. They care about their customers, and their customers keep coming back for more. Steve K says, American Shaman products drastically decrease my back pain and relieve my stress in just 1 month. Thank you. Stop by your local American Shaman of PA store for a free CBD sparkling water and free samples. Find their locations and more at hempushealth.com.
Do you love saving money but hate buying one of those coupon books filled with places you'll never go to? Well, here comes Quick Save Coupons to save the day. Quick Save Coupons is an app where you can find savings for restaurants, stores, and experiences that you will love. And here's the best part. It's free. No big coupon books to buy, no websites to give your information to. Quick Save Coupons will show you all of the savings in your area right on your phone. Just go to Google Play or the App Store and download the Quick Save Coupons app. Then start saving money on many of the places you already go to.
Now back to the Puff and Steph podcast.
Yesterday on the show, we talked to you about this evil hand sanitizer from Mexico, right? Apparently, there's this kind of counterfeit hand sanitizer that had some toxic stuff in it. FDA was like, hey, don't eat this and don't put it on your hands. So basically, just don't buy it. It's hand sanitizer that you can't use on your hands. Well, today, how about this story? Random people this is actually really creepy. Random people in multiple states across the country have reported receiving packets of unidentified seeds from China.
What?
Yeah, what is the right answer? That is the proper response. Residents in Washington, Utah, and Virginia have received small packages of seeds in packages usually stating that the contents are jewelry. The Washington State Department of Agriculture is warning that the seeds could be invasive and introduce diseases to local plants or be harmful to livestock. People should not open the packages of seeds, they said. They should be reported immediately to the U.S. Department of Agriculture.
What is happening?
I don't know. 2020 is the worst year ever. Like now, you go COVID. There's wildfires in Australia. Everyone forgets about them. They feel like 19 years ago,
Yeah,
but
that's still going on,
was a
right?
thing. Okay, so we have killer bees, like murder hornets or whatever they're called. They were a thing for a while. Yesterday was toxic hand sanitizer that you shouldn't use on your hands. Did you know the government just told us UFOs exist? By the way, did you see that story?
Yes. No, I didn't see that story.
But you're excited?
Yes.
I really wouldn't be excited because do you think
They're probably fine. They're
Do you-
probably friendly.
do you think aliens like us? We're jerks.
They probably do. I mean, they're probably pretty much like us. They might think we're mean.
Yeah, we're jerks.
Man,
They're not
that'd
gonna.
be cool.
Well, anyway, they basically just said, yeah, no, there's UFOs. They basically admitted that they study outworldly, technologies.
So creepy.
Yeah, but here's the thing: nobody's talking about it because we're all obsessed with COVID and kneeling for the national anthem.
So, wait a minute. Pause. So you said there's studies, like multiple studies, like there's an actual, that's like your job to study UFOs? Like there's that many to study? Like that's kind of what it's sounding like. There's enough
Oh yeah.
to like have study?
Oh yeah. From the New York Times, Pentagon's UFO unit will make some findings public.
UFO unit?
Yeah, they have a whole unit.
Wow. Okay, that gets a little bit scary, but I still think that they're nice.
Okay.
I'm gonna believe they're nice.
And now we have magic beans showing up at people's houses from China, like out of nowhere. Like you didn't order jewelry and these things came. They're just boxes
Scary.
that show up at your house that say jewelry, and you're like, heck yeah, I'm excited. Jewelry? And you open it up and you're like, what?
I wonder if anybody planted them. Hopefully not.
I hope not. Like, okay. If you, Olivia, received unordered seeds from China in a jewelry box, would you plant them?
So, no, I wouldn't.
Okay.
Like, there's too many red flags, but if someone just gave me, like, a packet of seeds that I knew, and they're like, we don't know what these are, just plant them and see what they are, I'd be curious to see what they are, but maybe do it in, like, a pot inside.
Sure.
If I knew the person, and if they didn't say jewelry.
Do you know a lot of people that give you random seeds?
Yeah, like, it happens a couple times a year.
Okay. Just something else you have to worry about in 2020. Evil Chinese seeds. A homeowner in the UK installed a new security system with motion-sensitive surveillance cameras that sends an alert to her phone. The other morning, she got an alert that someone was in her house. It was the mailman. The mailman had broken into her house and put on a pair of her boots and was walking around the house.
What? Stop!
You can't make this up. That's not something no Hollywood writer is going to make up, that the mailman breaks into your house and tries on your cowboy boots and wears them around the house. Of course that's a true story.
So it was a woman's shoe.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he could fit into
Well, either he's got small feet or she's got big feet. Whatever.
So what? She's looking on her camera and he's like prancing around, like doing the moonwalk.
Like we have security cameras at the house, right? So at any point we could look at the phone and be like, oh, that's what the outdoor is. It's on the outside. We don't have them on the inside. We're not weird like that. Yeah. But she did. So imagine just like looking at your camera and being like, wow, there's the mailman's in my house, and then go, is he wearing my boots? That's odd.
That should be like the commercial for the security camera company that she's using.
Yeah.
Like, has this ever happened to you?
Find out if your man is wearing your boots with ADT.
That's weird.
All right, so we've talked scary. We've talked weird. Let's go back to scary.
Okay.
A truck carrying coronavirus samples has been hijacked in South Africa. It's like the beginning to a movie, right? That like we need Vin Diesel to save the world.
That's exactly where my mind went too. I was picturing the movie happening in my head.
The truck was loaded with several 40-liter containers full of live COVID-19 samples on its way to a testing lab when it was hijacked by armed men outside of a clinic around 3:30 in the afternoon. The vehicle was abandoned not far from the scene and has since been recovered, but the virus samples are all gone.
No.
Yeah.
So, like, they knew that truck was filled with them. They knew where they were going to be. That was, like, planned.
Maybe, or maybe it was like, it looked like a truck that had something important in it, and they assumed it was valuable and not medical.
Surprise!
Well, because, like, when you're driving on the road, you do a lot of driving for music. Has anything ever passed you and you're like, oh, I bet something is important in there? Right? Whether it's an armored car.
Tiny house. We talked about tiny houses the other. I saw a tiny house.
You saw a tiny house? Okay.
Yeah, it was really exciting.
All right, well.
But that's pretty much it.
Okay.
I mean, unless it's one of those money trucks, like those armed.
Right. So they have like
a tin.
varying degrees of armed vehicles. And I could say that maybe a medical truck could potentially look like an armored car.
Maybe.
Or maybe they just thought there was something valuable in there and they wanted to hijack it. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Maybe they thought there were drugs in there, like prescription drugs.
Yeah, that's true.
Why would you want to steal?
Now they all have COVID.
Why would you want to steal COVID? I don't think there's any reason to steal COVID. And like, is it some part of your master plan?
It's already spreading by itself. Why do you need to like?
I have all the coronavirus as I pet my cat.
Like, what is that? What is that used for? I'm trying to think like a villain. What would villains do with coronavirus?
I don't know. Give it to everybody in the world. Too late.
Oh, that's right.
Too late. Coming up in just a couple of minutes. What are people searching for while they're stuck at home?
It's the Puff and Steph Podcast.
During this time, many are out of work and struggling just to get by. It's good to know that your friends at Capital City Buy and Sell in Harrisburg have your back. If you're in need of extra help during the pandemic, you can pawn or sell unwanted or unneeded items that you may have laying around your house, including jewelry, electronics, tools, musical instruments, and a whole lot more. Capital City Buy and Sell is open 7 days a week, and they're always paying cash. Plus, they have low pawn interest and terms if you aren't quite ready to say goodbye to your item just yet. Capital City Buy and Sell, 3517 Walnut Street, Harrisburg. Online at harrisburgpapawn.com. Great news, everyone! American Shaman of PA's doors are back open for normal operations, and they're ready to bring you the much-needed relief that you've been waiting for. They care about their customers, and their customers keep coming back for more. Steve K says, American Shaman products drastically decrease my back pain and relieve my stress in just 1 month. Thank you. Stop by your local American Shaman of PA store for a free CBD sparkling water and free samples. Find their locations and more at hempushealth.com.
Do you love saving money but hate buying one of those coupon books filled with places you'll never go to? Well, here comes Quick Save Coupons to save the day. Quick Save Coupons is an app where you can find savings for restaurants, stores, and experiences that you will love. And here's the best part. It's free. No big coupon books to buy, no websites to give your information to. Quick Save Coupons will show you all of the savings in your area right on your phone. Just go to Google Play or the App Store and download the Quick Save Coupons app. Then start saving money on many of the places you already go to.
Now back to the Puff and Steph podcast.
So we're all at home. We're all bored. I'm running out of video games to play. You know, we all want to go live our lives, but we can't right now. So instead, some of us are trying to better ourselves by using the power of Google and the power of YouTube. I have here, now this is from Britain, but it's a survey of British online web searches. It's the top 20 how-to video searches. Have you been trying to do anything different during the lock-in? Have you done anything in terms of like, I want to learn how to do this or that?
Well, on the way down here, driving, I decided I wanted to try to learn how to beatbox because I couldn't do anything else. It was an interesting ride. Cooking, I've been doing a lot of cooking.
Hold on. Can you give us any beatbox examples?
No.
Come on, give me one of those. What about those?
That was great.
Can you hum while doing it?
Are you like a beatboxer?
I'm a professional. Oh, I'm just kidding. I just know how to do a couple things. But you can't like.
Did you YouTube it?
No, but that's hilarious. I'm looking at the top. I'm looking at the top 20. Not on there. Shocking. Some of these are actually really funny. How to fold a sheet was on there. By the way, fitted sheets are the worst.
Sheets.
They're the worst. How to French braid. Guilty. Totally Googled that one. I'm sure you actually did number 18. How to play songs on the guitar. Don't you search like when you're trying to learn a new song? Don't you search like chords or something?
I usually look at like a website, Ultimate Guitar.
So
like just to get the chords. But that's a good one. People are learning new instruments.
How to reduce swelling? Somebody got hurt. Ow, my head! Hold on, let me Google. How to reduce. How to best pack a suitcase. I don't know where you're going.
Why are you packing a suitcase?
How to fix a washing machine. How to curl hair. Number 13, how to play guitar. Very nice. How to get past the hard part of a video game. Totally guilty. Absolutely.
Are you?
Well, here's the thing. I'll try it like 8 times on a certain level, and if I can't figure it out, I'm like, I don't feel bad. I just Google it. And it is it cheating? Yes. Okay. And I know there might be some video game people judging me right now. I don't care. I give it
I guess this is Google and YouTube, both of them.
Yeah,
together.
this is just searching. So I'll give it a go a bunch, and then once I realize I can't figure it out, then I'll get a little bit of help. Back off. I don't care.
Why not though? I mean, what's wrong with that? Think smarter, not harder.
I don't know. How to lose weight fast. I mean, take your time. We're going to be stuck for a while. How to set up broadband or Wi-Fi. That's important. How to bake cookies. Is there a certain cookie recipe you look up? That's funny that's right by how to lose weight. How to Photoshop a picture, because after you try to lose weight and can't, you eat all the cookies, you get fat, so you got to Photoshop yourself skinny. I'm creating a whole pathway here. How to bake a cake. Right back to getting fat again.
Yep.
How to use certain software. That makes sense, like tutorials and things like that. Yeah. Makeup tutorials. Guilty. Have you ever done one of those?
I haven't.
Really?
You know what? I think I told you about this, didn't I? there was a girl. She has her mask on, so she made it look like she had a tiny face. Did you see this?
No. I don't think you told me
It looked like she literally had like lips
That's
here,
funny.
and it was like this tiny face. You have to look it up.
That's funny. How to do things on the computer. Different like find computer games, find rare things, shop certain. It's just computer general. How to work out properly, tone specific body parts. Okay, there we go.
Good. Bettering yourself. Wow.
How to make a face mask was the second most popular search.
That makes sense.
And how to get stains out of clothing. Just buy new clothes. You're good. You're welcome.
Maybe they're eating a lot on the couch and like just.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I got no time. I might as well learn how to get this stuff out and Google it. Not do anything else. All right, so yesterday's Stump Olivia. It was your first time.
It was bad.
Don't say bad. I'm trying to be positive here, shockingly. It was your first.
Did you pick an easier one?
I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out. I think this could be easier. I have two, though. I had two yesterday. We only got to one. So let's
you have two?
Yeah, let's see if we can get to two. We always do two with Steph. So let's see if we can get to two this time. In a recent year, over 1 million women took part in this male-oriented recreational activity. What is it? So men, when you think of this particular activity, you almost exclusively think men, but over 1 million women did it in like 2019 or 2018. It's a recent year.
See, I'm thinking of bodybuilding again.
Not bodybuilding. A lot of women do bodybuilding.
Is there a lot of women?
Yep.
Male oriented. Okay.
Yep. So feel free to ask questions.
Is it sports?
Some consider it a sport, while others definitely do not consider it a sport.
See, that makes me think of like cheerleading
Okay.
or curling.
No, it's not. It's not curling. Like they're like, yeah, no, we do this for sport. But some people, are like, no, it's definitely no, it's golf. There's lots of chicks do. There's a professional women's golfing league.
I don't really know a whole lot about golf.
So, no, like I said,
sport, hunting. Please tell me yes.
There we go.
Nailed it.
You did nail it. Nice job.
Nailed it. I got it right.
All right. No, and you got it within your first couple guesses.
Yes.
Yeah, hunting. You ever been hunting?
One time, and I like pointed out the deer, and then it got shot, and then we realized it was a very small deer, and I felt like I just pointed out Bambi, and I was the reason.
I hope you're happy with yourself.
So I felt really bad.
I would too. All right. Next one. We have time. This was an exclusively male activity until the early 1900s. What is it? This was exclusively male until the early 1900s, and now it's mostly female.
What?
It was actually an answer that you had last question.
Bodybuilding.
No.
Oh wait, what did I say? Golfing.
No.
Curling.
No.
What other answers did I say?
You said it makes you feel like this. It said, I said I think some might not consider it a sport, and you said it makes me think of.
It makes me think of gymnastics.
Nope, but close.
Cheerleading.
There we go.
That was mostly a male thing?
Yeah, dudes did it forever until the early 1900s. And then there's like, hey, maybe we should put pretty girls in here because why are dudes doing this?
What?
Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Shut up, Tom. Nobody cares.
Like, it had to have been different than it is now.
I think, and I might be wrong at this, I think George Bush was a cheerleader. Hold on, I'm looking it up.
He's got a lot of pep. What?
Was George Bush a cheerleader? He attended Yale. That's all right. He was a cheerleader and member of the Delta. He was totally a cheerleader. George W. Bush was a cheerleader.
What?
Oh, how did I know that? I don't know why.
Can
I
you
did
do
that.
back? Yeah, why did you know that?
I don't think it was cheerleader in the sense of like what you see in the competition cheerleading. And to me, those are two very different things. Like I would say competition cheerleading is a sport. I would say that cheerleading that you would see at a football game, not a sport.
Yeah, I mean sometimes they do like flips.
So what? But it's not a
but
it's not a competition. It's not really a competition, right? But cheerleading competitions literally say competition. So that's a sport cheerleading. What you see at the football games, not a sport because you don't win or lose or tie while doing that. Your football team does. Does that make sense?
Oh, I see where you're like. There's not a winner.
Right. Correct.
So that's what you said. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So because
I could never do getting thrown up in the air and flipping around and then landing in the same spot on my feet.
Me neither. I would be a base.
Base.
I would be like at the bottom of the pyramid. Definitely. Most definitely. All right. Well, I'm gonna see if I can't get Steph on for tomorrow's show. But I want to thank you for your time, and showing us your lovely camper, and safe travels back to Central PA here.
Thanks so much for having me on.
Absolutely. All right, we will see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy your day. It's Puff Steph Podcast.
It's the Puff and Steph Podcast.